Will these ladies ever go anywhere and don't leave a trail of restaurants that they done yelled and screamed across the tables? And I doubt it. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4, episode 16. Like I said, more of the same. In every restaurant in the Cayman Islands, yelling and screaming across the table. This is what they've been given. This is the memories that you all are making. Anyway, we start right out where we have Ashley talking to her mom on the phone. And first of all, let me get into this. Ashley, bitch, who in the hell puts on eyeshadow with their finger? What highbrow bitch? You're married to this man with all this money and all of this, and you're so highbrow, and you're always at events, and you go to galas and all of this, and you used to be a beauty queen, and nowhere in your travels did you figure out that you're supposed to use brushes to put makeup on. You still run around putting on eyeshadow with the palm of your finger. I guess this is why you end up with looks like that one in your confessionals with that stupid wig on. But that's just disgusting. I just looked at that. I was like, yuck. Horrible. Anyway, moving on. Her mother told her, you need to pull back from off of Katie. She told her what went down with her and Katie. And her mother, I said, she must not be getting high this season. She must be staying sober. Because she told her, you need to pull back off of her and encourage her. And I don't know, her and her mother are getting along really good right now. So whatever her mom said, it all stuck. And she did just that. She did just that. She said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to, try to do better by her and just try to make it work. I was like, all right, cool. Then next after that, we saw Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. And they were all sitting down talking. And Karen came up. And Giselle was saying she doesn't even believe that Karen actually owns La Dame. That she believes that Karen's name is just being used for the product. And that they basically were planning to shade her at her event when they get back home. And she's going to give them little roller balls to try the perfume and that. They planning on shade. I said, you all are a hot ass mess. Hot ass mess. And what difference does it make really? But, well, they just want to rub it in her face. But I was like, Giselle, you being mean, honey. You being mean. Then they took their asses out there doing some things that I would never do. Stingray swimming? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Not getting in that water with a damn stingray. You're not born. I don't have any fins. I don't have any gills. And I don't have any webs in between my toes. I'm not getting in no water with nothing that's meant to be in the water and being around it like that. And they told, well, it might hit you with the tail. That's why they're called stingrays, honey. If they feel like it, they could take and sting your ass, honey, with their tail and light your ass up and have you fucked up down to the Cayman Islands, honey. That's the part they ain't telling you. Because I have a hard time believing that stingrays are just so friendly that they never fuck anybody up. For some reason, that just doesn't sit well with me. And they were everywhere. They were everywhere. And when they were showing like the pan, they would pan over and you could see them down in that water. Because water is like beautiful and blue. You could see straight to the bottom. They're over there. You could see them everywhere. And I was like, do y'all know that looks like y'all are standing down in something with roaches running all around y'all? Listen, I ain't got time. I don't play these kind of games. Stingrays, roaches, rats, mice. I don't even like a lot of people walking around me that I can't control. I damn sure ain't getting down with no extras. no pets running around me. I didn't like it. It was making me itch. I was like, y'all got all that. But anyway, they're stepping on them and cast the child. They are going to tear y'all's ass up. One of them was going to get y'all, honey. Anyway, while they were doing that, Ashley, because Katie didn't get off of the boat at all. She stayed on the boat. She was being very antisocial. She said her stomach was hurting her and she just didn't want to be bothered too much. And she stayed on the boat. Ashley went up and talked to her and she did like her mother said. She apologized to Katie. They hugged it out. And I was like, here y'all go. All this making up. That's good. Okay, cool. No problem. So then they go, once they finish swimming with the damn stingrays, they went on over onto this other part of the island. And Giselle, it was kind of unnecessary. I was like, oh, God, okay. They were sitting at the table, ordering their little lunch and stuff. Ashley and Candace have been getting along this whole time. This whole trip, they've been getting along. Candace was up on Ashley's back when they were in the pond with the damn stingray. See, because Candace got better sense than a lot. Like I was. She wasn't really trying to be down in that water with them damn stingrays. Giselle was like, it's refreshing to see the two of you all getting along. I'm like, why mention it? Just let it go on. Why mention it? Because just, when you bring it up, it sheds a light on it. And sure enough, Candace took and she apologized to Ashley about the dinner party. Told her, girl, I'm sorry for putting that butter knife in your face, honey. I'm sorry for getting ready to cut you with a butter knife edge and all of that. And then she says, now you need to apologize to me for coming in my house and acting like an asshole. I was like, oh, Lord. And that's when it got started. They went right on back. I said, no. It went right back the other way, and now they arguing. I said, God damn it. They were doing fine. Giselle, had you never said nothing, they would have been fine. Now you brought it up, and now they arguing. I said, this is just draining, completely draining. And they were draining Robin. Robin was like, no, y'all not. And she shut them both up like children. She shut them up. I said, thank you, Robin, because they're about to get on my goddamn nerves. Anyway, so then we actually had Karen and Katie were having a little moment. And Karen told Katie, are you feeling okay? She said, I'm all right. And she told her, you can always come to me and for comfort and everything. And you can always call me. And Katie just kind of looked at her, and now I got to laughing at that point. I was like, y'all think that Katie's really stupid, right? Well, she is stupid. And like they said earlier, girl, you are stupid. But she ain't that stupid. She wasn't falling for none of that shit with Karen. She's like, girl, I'm calling you and telling you a goddamn thing. And then you can see it all on her face, like, call you for what? I was like, girl, absolutely. What you call that? She's shady as a fig tree, honey. All of them. I wouldn't call none of those. I didn't tell them nothing that I was going through. All they do is throw it right back in your face. They are truly like that, like all of them. I don't trust none of them. Anyway, I just kind of laughed at that. A bit after that, we go back over to the States and we see Monique and Chris. And I just look at him across the table and all I see is his mother. He looks just like his mother. Oh my God, he looks just like his mother. And I see him and every time he just grinning and I was like, I see his mom sitting there. I was like, Lord have mercy. And they get to talking about how they haven't been having sex. And I'm like, you sitting at that table with Chris looking in his face. He looking like his mother. And he telling you about banging you out. Girl, yeah, honey. Anyway. And they were just, as they were talking, you could see she don't want no more babies. Like, I don't think she wanted all the ones them three. because she had the 2, and then she pregnant. She didn't want all 3 of them. And he talking about some more. She don't want them babies. She really don't. She's having those kids literally for Christmas. Monique don't want them babies. I think she all right with the 2 she has. I think she'd have been okay with just little Chris and been done. She want them damn babies. And look, listen, after that little girl, I can't imagine anybody wanting another one. That little girl's bad as hell. But anyway, whatever. Moving on. The next day, we go back to the Cayman Islands. The next day, no, that's not the next day. I'm sorry. Later on, it's later in the evening. After all that stuff and the lunch and all that, they come back and they're getting ready to get dressed to go out in the evening. And Robin is actually sitting there, and Katie comes down, and she's telling her that she's still not feeling really the best. And Ashley enters into the thing, and she's just kind of going on, and she's saying, you know, she just don't feel herself, and she's going to just stay in and try to like lay down, get some rest, and she'll probably be good to go the next day. And then Ashley says, do you think you... No, I'm sorry, it was Robin that asked her, do you think you might be pregnant? Because of just the little thing she was saying. So, do you think you might be pregnant? And she's like, And now we know Katie's kind of an idiot. So I'm thinking to myself, she really could be pregnant. And the whole thing is she, you know, it's been, her kids are like, what? They got to be like 7, because aren't they twins? Aren't they twins? Either they're twins or they're like stair steps. But I think maybe she done forgot how she felt when she was, when she was pregnant, because she's a ditz. And she was looking and kind of like, I don't know, could be. And she's saying, no, they don't use condoms or whatever. And then Ashley, you two haven't been getting along all like that. And then there's some questions that you just don't ask people, okay? Some questions you just don't ask. That Ashley rolled out of her mouth just good. Like, girl, you don't use the pull-out method? Miss Thing, that ain't none of your business. Now, you just got done arguing. Y'all were going through for the jugular with each other. And now you asking her, do her man pull it out and leave the remains on her stomach? You ain't got no kind of coup. None. Just anything out your mouth. Come up and come out. Girl, please. Like somebody's going to share that with you. And she's like, no. Well, girl, you might really be pregnant. 2 ditzes on the couch sitting there with Robin. I just shook my head and moved on. Anyway, they go on out, and then we see something that we never thought we would. Robin and Giselle. Robin came on out and told Giselle, you know, speaking of bad behavior, because Giselle was steadily preaching about we need to really tell each other when we step across the line with each other and do something to make each other uncomfortable. We really need to talk to each other. And she's like, yeah, okay, bitch, you're right. And speaking of whore, and told her, you know, the way you came in guns a-blazing at my event, and it was really out of order, and it was really embarrassing. And I was shocked when Giselle actually admitted that she was wrong. And I was just looking at her face. And I think it was really genuine for her. Because, you know, Giselle's very divisive. But it seemed very genuine. Like, wow, I think I really messed up with Robin. And I think it was a genuine apology. She apologized. I think it was actually a genuine apology coming from Giselle. And then even her confessional matched. You know, it didn't seem forced. It didn't seem like she was acting out. It didn't seem put on. It seemed like her light really came on. She realized that she actually offended her friend. And she really felt some kind of way about it. And I was like, good for you, Giselle. Because that's something I ain't never thought I would actually see. So after that happened, then here we go again. Now Ashley turns around and starts trying to give Candace some advice about her putting her name on Chris's cookbook. What? Y'all just made up like earlier that day. The last time y'all was together, she had a butter knife. She threw a butter knife at you during the damn dinner party. Y'all not friends. Y'all not on the wavelength of you telling her how to handle personal affairs with her and her husband. And where do you get, period, that you think that she should put her name on Chris's cookbook? That hoe ain't cooked nothing. She ain't cooked nothing. She ain't wrote no recipe. She don't even know how to cook, I don't believe. Ain't no way she needed to have her name on his cookbook. She's married to him, so it gets produced after the marriage. She gonna get a percentage of it anyway if something goes to happen. But no, she don't need to have her name, and that's gold digger behavior. Completely gold digger behavior. You need to sit your goddamn ass down somewhere. You doing too much as usual. As usual. And you out of order. I told you ain't got no couth. None. None. And again, they actually brought that up because I thought it was funny because the first thing that did come to mind was your prenup wasn't solid. You don't even have dates on your prenup of when you'll get a payout. He done bumped your head. You got a prenup that don't really mean nothing. But you gonna give her some advice. Girl, sweep out in front of your own back porch. And then maybe you can get in somebody else's business. Your shit ain't in order. Go sit down. Anyway, moving on. At the end of the night, Karen and Candace go up and they check on Katie. I thought it was very strange. Did you all notice? Katie was fully dressed. You supposed to have been back at the hotel laying down and getting some rest since earlier. Why are you fully dressed and we coming in from out partying and getting ready to go to bed? And you're fully dressed. And nobody thought that was strange. I said, okay, that was weird. And then after all of that, that next morning we had Ashley and Candace went out. They did yoga. And Ashley actually did apologize to Candace for what they all, what they had going on. And then Giselle ends up coming down onto the beach. And the last thing she was saying, I just came from Katie's room and I went to check on her and the door was open. All her stuff was gone and so was she. And they were all just standing there looking like goons, honey. I said, I would have asked her where the hell she was going. And she even had a scarf on her. Who has a scarf on their neck at the Cayman Islands? It's hot as hell. When they went to knock on her door, you could see in the back, because they were dancing, they were doing merengue and some other little stuff while they were out. And you could see how Candace was sweating all down her back and in the back of her skirt. And she had some shit wrapped around her neck. Looked to me like she was on her way somewhere. Anyway, listen, what do I know? I'll catch y'all next week. This, child. Episode 16. I'm out.